And welcome back here to sunny Austin, Texas, as we're in the elimination part of the tournament. Who will be going home first is the question we're going to be answering here, as it takes a map 3 to figure it out between Luminosity and Fragsters, and it'll be on the classic Dust 2. I'm Dust. With me is Risk, and this is the end of the road for somebody.
Yeah, you're going to be on home turf, Dust.
Oh, wow. What mean? What? I mean,
yeah. But
everyone says, like, you named yourself after that map, didn't you? Nah, it's just nothing to do with the fact that my first name's Dustin, of course.
That's how it is. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I feel like Fragsters should have the upper hand here, coming with the confidence of the last map.
Sure.
They know they can add a lot of pace. There's no real answer to it from Luminosity. And from what I've heard, their practice results have been a bit better on this map. Haven't heard a lot from the Luminosity camp of how they play Dust 2.
Yeah, they only have one official map on Dust 2, which they lost, whereas Fragsters, I think, has only played it once.
And they played it twice. They just played it like 2 or 3 days ago as well.
Okay.
So they have 2 wins on it.
100% win rate.
Yeah.
Great stat.
100% win rate. There we go.
6 stat line there for the Fragsters. Yeah, it's actually the first time I've casted Dust 2 in a long time. This is the first time I'll cast it on this remake, actually, because it just came in the pool, and this is the first event that I've been a part of that had it played. So pretty cool. Interesting.
I've played actually a lot of Dust 2. I have this one thing where if I don't like a map, as it's in the pool either for pro players or myself, I'll just have to force myself to play it a lot to learn it. So I've been playing Dust 2 for like the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I mean the thing is, I feel like the overall meta of the map is the exact same.
Yes.
I just think that there are some subtle differences. Like for one, at the double doors, you can't nade it to cross. You have to smoke it to cross, so that is definitely a utility choice you have to kind of make as a CT team. And I think also some of the angles just feel a little bit different. Like I feel like long A is a little bit less claustrophobic to come out of as a terrorist. So I think there's like these subtle differences here and there. There's some different skybox changes that maybe allow for some different utility, but all in all, it plays roughly about the same. And here, we're going to see Luminosity getting fairly aggressive up catwalk with these USPs, but they are being kind of chased backwards towards that stairwell.
Dragonfly already made its way onto long with a teammate behind him. This is shaping up like an A play, but the bomb is still in lower tolerance. Bubsky finds one. That's Steel gone down. Yell now rotating in to hold that A bomb site from the incoming pressure. Run boost does not work out.
Interesting stuff here to continue to challenge from Fragsters over at long A, with the bombs actually making its way to B with 3 players. So yeah, bit of a feint being thrown over at long A. It actually opens up the B bomb site. Perfect. Because with only 4 players remaining, they had to kind of cheat or rotate. So that means that this bomb's going down.
PKL might find himself in a position where he's intrigued by the fact he can jump in, but that's not the wise choice. He decides to stay back. Nekis with one as well. Down on the bomb side, will be pushed in from 2 different angles, but he does survive. Finds PKL, not able to take him out. Refracto with the execution. Pistol King once again. And Bubsky comes in with his secondary, and that's the pistol gone to Fragsters.
Yeah, a lot of misdirection going on there from Fragsters. Again, putting good pressure on A from long, forcing a rotation due to the fact that Luminosity were down a man, and then finding a vulnerable B bomb site for the taking. So 1-0 to Fragsters. We'll see a scout come out from Yell, CZ armor on Nekis.
This is still a dangerous round. We know how good Luminosity can be with these pistols. We saw especially PKL and Showtime with the Eagles and Inferno doing so much damage. Yell in general with everything with the scope.
I like this from Fragsters though. I think pushing long A is the best thing to do in an anti-eco round on terrace, because you get to get out into open space. You're not in claustrophobic angles against pistols. You get out and take long range duels, and so.
And you can use your utility on so many spots.
Yeah, so I think that's cool. Now they do get a player inside pit, and then they get the rest of the players to kind of start gathering up towards back middle, maybe to take up catwalk. As that's the thing, the terrace on this map, you always want some understanding of what's going on in B tunnels, and if not, a player always kind of maintaining control of it. You always want to get control of that stairwell area on catwalk, and that opens up all options from that point forward.
Let's see how this play is going to go. Yellow's going to get the frag onto Dragonfly, and that should be the signal for Fragsters to turn around and go the opposite side of things. But they keep pushing into the smoked area. The bomb is there on the back of Torben, but not going to commit to it. It's going to be Stown committing all alone, and now the rest of the team surely has to rotate away. Torben taking one down, a secondary player for him, but bomb still in T control. And it's going to move to the B bomb side now.
Yeah, they know that scout's still over at the A bomb side at the very least, so working with that information, they will again waltz into a free B bomb site for the taking. So the bomb will go down shortly. And Luminosity, you'd imagine they would just want to carry the Galil and Scout over, I guess, unless they can get like a quick kill.
Showtime's going to see if he can get an exit here, but probably not. I wouldn't advise going for anything here.
Yeah. Retaking B on Dust 2 is probably the other hardest bomb site to retake in this game. Mirage B being probably the other one.
And yes, it's going to be picked up AK Showtime. Knew there was one lying around.
Yep, that's great. They actually can pose a real threat in the next round.
Yes, exactly. And yes, it's going to be 2-0, but it's going to be a very challenging
I wouldn't even be surprised because of how many guns they have if they didn't armor up around these 3 guns and then maybe even bought around it. Normally, you would obviously save till 3rd round, but given what they've collected, I don't know. I don't see why you wouldn't at least put something around it.
Torbjorn gone down as well. They know that they can punish them economically and winning that round now, so surely Luminosity can invest into this.
Yeah, you would certainly imagine so, wouldn't you? At least put some armor behind the 3 guns you did collect.
Body armor is being purchased?
Pistols. Yeah, okay, so they do armor up the guns that they collected, so that happens, but they just get a deagle on Nekus. And that means they still get a nice full buy the next round, even if this goes by the wayside. So a good conservative approach.
Showtime, close range, AK-47. We'll grab one, on the second. Torbjorn comes in with a refrag. And Yell now, perfect flash, but can't get anything out of it because of the counter smoke coming in from the T side. Molotov will not work out, but the bomb will go down.
Indeed, it will. And the Luminosity can throw themselves at this round. They'd have a nice chance for a full buy next round. So they can definitely try to see if they can't pick this apart, see if they can't find a way in. They don't have a kit, though, so they got to work quickly if indeed their goal is to go for the retake. But as you can see, they're beginning to fade back. Saving the Galil armor for PKL actually wouldn't be a bad choice. I'm sure Yell doesn't want to hold on to a scout to the next round, but maybe he would anyway.
Nekus just with a deagle.
Yeah. At least a powerful secondary to carry over to the next round.
Yeah. Let's see if PKL gets something out of this. They're already rotating into T-spawn. He's here with a Galil. But they're surely not going to peek their head out. Just going to actually show themselves.
Yeah, just playing headshot angles, though. But PKL still does stamp one out. But PKL also doesn't get to carry the Galil over, which he's probably not too mad about. He probably wants to bind him for anyway. So 3-0 for Fragsters. Will they roll it off into the big lead they had in Mirage is going to be the next thing to answer.
Yell and Dragonfly both with an op now. Dragonfly without a question won the op duel between those two on Mirage. On Inferno is another story. That was Yell being the main man. There's Down picking up the pace, running out towards Long, gets blocked in the smoke, but he's completely flashed, so he has no idea what's going on.
What a weird situation, and Nekus is going to be the one to take advantage of it. So he will stamp out Down. We have Torbjorn at least able to respond, and he has another player weak over here towards the pit, and he just misses out on that frag. Nekus down to 4 HP, as you said. He's stuck here. He's got a teammate for support, trying to see if he can't bail him out, but Dragonfly uses this opportunity to sweep up the catwalk, and again, they know they have Nekus dead to right still at Long A. They'll flush that out as well. So well done by Fragsters to control Long A like that, slip Dragonfly through sight, and lock up the round 4-0. For Fragsters.
And that's the flanking potential right there from Fragsters. And what they do so well on T sides, when they pick up that pace, take initial map control, they'll have so much focus on one area of the map that it allows for another player of that team to just come in on the flank, potentially win around there. Showtime and PKL saving their weaponry for now, but looking to inflict as much economical damage as possible.
That was just a nice read from Fragsters. Like, as soon as they saw that incendiary from Nekus' teammate, they're like, okay, they're committing to try to save Nekus, to try to bail him out and keep him alive. So I know that means, you know, catwalk's going to be wide open for the taking because you know that the other 2 guys are probably playing towards B site or middle, or at least in CT spawn. Probably not going to be able to face you as you run around catwalk. So they get it done. Good reads from Torbjorn, the in-game leader.
That's from him. Picking up that first one and eventually also taking down the secondary player at Long. Clearing that up after stabbing or Stone. Just got out there, went into the smoke, got fully flashed. It's very hard to do anything like that.
Yep.
Another quick take here. It's going to be towards B, PKL.
I like
in position.
You know there's no utility for Luminosity to stop them from doing a B rush, right? There's no fire or smokes they can throw down to just stop an all-out rush like that. And in pretty much the blink of an eye, maybe an elongated blink. I mean, you have to blink for a long time for that one. But still, it was over quickly. That's the point. 5-0 for Fragsters.
Double up setup on the CT side.
Yep. Not surprised to see that. Certainly a map where you can make good use of it. One towards A, maybe one middle or in B site. There's definitely a lot of opportunity for long-range duels on Dust 2, so having double op is certainly a good option. but it's also costly. And since Luminosity's economy is already in a rough spot, it could definitely come back to haunt them if this doesn't work out. They'd be right back into another save, basically.
Yeah, they're on a 5-round loss bonus, so they're going to have decent amount of money. They can definitely decide to force buy if they lose this. Yellow opens up with a double, though. Dragonfly's down. Replies, and Showtime around the corner.
That's the big difference maker frag right there. It was looking really scary at first, Luminosity, but Stown doesn't care. He gets the kill. B-Bomb site controlled. Bomb going to get planted any moment now. It's the two brothers side by side in this one. Retake coming in from Nekis and Yell. One from the window, one from the tunnels. They have to try to see if they can work out this timing to perfection to maximize their chances to somehow pull this one over. Dragonfly, though, spots this player in tunnels, waiting for the opportunity to take the sure shot. He misses, though, and gets caught running, and now it's all on Stown, hiding inside the site, playing around the double stack, and Nekis takes him down as well. So well done from Luminosity on the retake. They get around on the board a little bit earlier than last map.
Really good job from Yell and Nekis in this round here. Crucial frags coming in for both of them to retake that bomb site. And at the point where they invested all of their money, they haven't got a single round on the board. The problem now is they're going to be buying down here, yes, but that loss bonus.
Nekis, by the way, watching that replay, that was a really nice one he hit on Dragonfly.
But no loss bonus now. Two of the players pretty much bought down. It's going to be a rough one if they lose this, but Dragonfly and the boys, they're still in the position where...
If we do double 7-1, holy cow, that would be something.
The memes. Neck is now taken out. And this is where it gets dangerous, because now they're 2 M4s and 2 ops. That's what I feared, because they usually try to play early control towards long Fragsters. And Luminosity, if they lose one of the first rifles towards long, that gets very dangerous. And now Yell also down. It's looking rough for the Brazilians.
Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? As Fragsters start marching their way forward on long A. Showtime here in the closet, but gets caught trying to run out, but still finds the frag nonetheless. Surprisingly enough, it's Stown who goes down. Yeah, did not expect that result based on what I was seeing.
He's been very good at hitting those snap decision shots around corners in situations where he shouldn't have an advantage. He still gets the kill. And now this long control has been taken away. How is Steel losing that much HP? He's down to 6 HP. And now he's dead.
Yeah. So, it is going to be 4-on-2 among us now. Both CTs kind of towards spawn. Bomb is going to be making its way across. There's also a flank coming in as well from Refreza, which is basically going to be kind of the insurance policy for the round. And he will go ahead and take out both in the back. So 6-1 here for Fragsters, off to a hot start once more.
They're probably going to force buy this Luminosity. They have 2 players on 1400. They need a double eco anyways. And yeah, it's going to be the force buy from Luminosity. Let's have a look at this one. It's going to be P250 C-sets, Desert Eagle, and 2 scouts. Stown already taken down to 31 HP. Good scout action to begin with from the Brazilians. Torben, though, to the wall onto PKL.
Already opening picks going here to Fragsters. Torben and Stown have taken some damage, fair enough, but still certainly in the driver's seat of this round. Showtime trying to fight back with the scout in middle, holding an angle over towards the green box, but no one really giving him much to look at, so he goes looking for the peek himself and just finds Dragonfly's op instead of a frag that he wanted. So the 7-1 might be around the corner here shortly, unless Nekis and Steel could do something with these pistols. Very unlikely, though, you'd imagine.
Fresh once again coming in towards CT spawn. The 2 last players, as last time around, stuck there. Maybe this time more in the battle, but no. Fresh sprays them both down. 7-1 dust.
Brazil team, 7-1.
Name me a better duo. Oh, wait.
Denali Esports not paying players.
Hey. Spicy.
I mean,
I like it. That's your scene. I don't know a lot about that. That's NA stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Talking about no money. That's exactly what's going on Luminosity's side right now. 1-7 and just USPs to deal with.
Indeed. USPs only here for Luminosity, trying to save up for the next round. So 8-1 is right here waiting. Steel just holding out the USP inside CT spawn. Should get hunted down soon. Actually collects a kill there on the Bubski and picks up an AK. But with no armor, You can't expect him to be able to pull out too much more than what he did. Smoke's up. He's getting some bullets through there and connecting a few of them. Some chip damage to Stound and Torben, but won't matter as Dragonfly collects him.
It seems like Fragsters have finally found what we all knew they were capable of finding. It took not good Inferno to start us off with, and then they were kind of like lit on. Everyone knows what to do. The pace is up. Everyone's hitting their shots, and Mirage was quick. This is looking to be quick as well.
Yeah, it does.
This is what I expected before this tournament started. And then I found out they lost to Ian and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
They lose the first map. This is not the
Today had some wacky results, that is for sure.
Yeah, but now everything is looking like a lot of people, myself included, expected as it would look.
Hayes might get a prediction right.
Oh no, then we have to do it the other way around. Luminosity, 15 rounds in a row now. Let's go.
So we are going to see, of course, that opening pick go the way of Dragonfly to kick things off. Bubsky looking to take a little bit of a fight over here at long A, but not going to be able to find the mark. Meanwhile, they just, get control of what they want, right? They have presence in B tunnels. They have now gotten Stairwell on Catwalk. This is all the things you want as a T-side team, just being able to really control the big areas of middle. That means you can go for A splits, you can go for mid-B splits, and it's really hard for CTs to read what you're doing. A Bomb Flash comes through, but Steel through it all, still finds 2 headshot frags.
That's perfect.
That is exactly what they needed.
It's a way into this round, a way into this game now. Execute coming in towards B. There's no one on the B side right now, but 2 CTs close by. PKL take that first one. Torben answers straight back. Now Steel, the hero middle, comes back in. M4 in hand. He's going to get that 4K. Experience trumps Fragsters right now. Steel grabs another one. 4K from the legendary. Always happy.
Yeah, big play from Steel. Full blind. Just holds down Mouse 1 perfectly and gets both the kills. Winds up coming around and getting some more as well to finish it off. So a big effort from the newcomer to the team. Not his first time with the Luminosity brand, of course, but definitely a way different squad.
That is true. Set up now for a quick mid push. We'll take that control, yell on the boys to defend it. Neck is close range.
Looking over the smoke by boosting on the box and spawn, though. They do get a little bit of damage in the Bubsky and at least have a read on what's happening, but still Showtime so isolated in the side with the AWP. Still flicks around for 1. That's actually better than I expected given the scenario he was in, but Frags are still favored now.
Dragonfly overstaying his welcome and lower a bit. Thinks with the Molotov he can hold back Steel, but nothing can contain the beast. Now 3v3 retake.
Yeah, but they also just got hard reset again. Yeah. So if they can't find something fast, saving 3 guns would be huge.
Yeah, it would mean that they could have another buy round.
Yep, but if they go for this and fail, they've got nothing next round, basically. But they are still trying to come in nonetheless, but Stound and company holding them off for now. And they do wind up getting it in a quick 1v1 where Torben only has 1 HP, so that actually was quite close. In the blink of an eye, it got very chaotic, but Fragsters come out on top. And now they have a great route to double digits on their T side, thanks to Luminosity's rough economic shape.
Yeah, right now it's probably going to be a full eco. Singular P250 invested from PKL. Nothing else in that. Oof. Double tag through the wall. Hate to see it. And now Stound looking to just style on that B-bomb. So the rest of the team is already taken over long. Dragonfly might be caught off guard here. 3 players close to him, taking a lot of damage.
He hit the 2 hardest shots he took that round, but missed like the 2 easiest shots he took. So it can always be frustrating as an AWP player where you hit the hard ones and miss the easy ones. Yeah. Yeah, not much there for Luminosity in that round, of course.
10-2. Luminosity.
Even in this round, the money's not great, but obviously they have to buy.
Yeah.
But it's just not ideal. No AWP in play, lacking in utility. In fact, the UMP has to come out on Neckers just to be able to get a nade set.
Still no kit either.
Yep. So definitely working under some restrictions.
Yeah, rough times in Brazil right now.
And they know that, so they're going to go for a B play again. They always go for this on low utility rounds for Luminosity. I love it, and Torben leading the charge. Does take down Showtime. Steel caught rotating through the doors.
The reads are so on point.
Yeah, they really are.
Fragsters.
It's kind of similar to rushing outer on Train, where when you know the CTs don't have incendiaries and stuff to block you from fast-paced plays, you can feel confident going for it, knowing it's the where you're able to have a huge advantage, you know, because you get out.
They just have...
Especially on B, when you know that usually like only one player can commit to being inside the site, because typically the other's kind of like a rotator between the two, like middle and B. So it's really good to do that.
It seems like Frax is just on point of everything right now that Luminosity is doing. They know what their economy is like. They know where their weaknesses are. They know how to take them along when it's a full buy. It's just... It's hard to imagine a win condition right now for the Brazilians, even though I want to, but it's hard to see what it could be. 11-2.
And they only carry over 2 guns into this next round. Just the AWP and the M4. The money is just not there for Steel, Showtime, and Nekus to really build much around those 2 weapons.
This is where Zach needs to come in.
I don't think he's here.
Is he not here?
I don't know. I didn't see him.
Yeah, I've been missing him for a bit as well. That's interesting, actually, because I feel like that was, in my opinion, a big part of that announcement. Him and Steel joining together. Nope, that's not Zach.
That's definitely not Zach.
So I feel like that's a big loss actually for Luminosity, not having him with them. I feel like the combination of Steel and Zach is such a nice one for just making the right decisions, setting up the right plays beforehand, and making sure you can execute them when it comes down to it.
Right.
He's not here.
No, he is not. Luminosity, again, just a slew of group stage exits for the core of this team over the last year or 2.
Ooh, that's perfect.
That's a great way to open up this one. That's the way to get you back in the race. Get you a nice opening kill. And now they're pushing Catwalk for more, but Bubsky takes Steel out. So that advantage they had is now gone. But I guess he felt like he needed to make a play since they're so behind on economy in this round. Just didn't work out, though. PKL and Nekus do get a couple, but it's still just Fragsters making sure they're a man ahead.
Yeah, they know where PKL is. Down comes in from the back. Double kill for him once again. A 12-2. We had a 13-2 first half on Mirage.
Yep.
We're very close to having the same thing now.
Indeed we are. It does seem to be very reminiscent of what we witnessed.
Double off desperation buy for Luminosity.
Yeah, last round you might as well.
Quadruple up.
Oh,
on T side. Let's see.
This is what I love about D2. Teams that have economy in the last round. No damage dealt.
How do you have 4 ops spamming double doors?
Why is there no auto snipers? We need auto snipers.
I don't even know, man. At this point,
I wanted auto snipers, Niels, and I didn't get them. I'm sure Fractures wanted frags. They didn't find those either. Yell, in the meantime, has, though.
It's only Christmas once a year, Dust. You can't always get what you want. Nekus, though, is getting a lot of information for free right now.
Oh, yeah. He really... This is a perfect play. He's probably going to catch one off guard.
That was very close to being a bad timing for him.
Yeah. They eventually get Torben down, and now he has the flank on long A.
This is doable now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Refresh. Next level pre-fire.
Okay.
He knows exactly what's going on, guys. Don't worry. And he gets shut down, so... Trees don't go into heaven.
Yeah, so they're now going to try to cross their way into the site. Yell, though, watching it with the AWP. Misses his mark, though. Does at least recover on this down in the end, and now Bubsky's all alone, stuck in Goose with the an AK and the bomb. A lot of time, but just not many options available to him. He's just stuck.
He's just going to wait here for the next 20 seconds. If someone pushes him, he's going to take that frag. Actually, I don't really understand why he goes aggressive like this so early. But works out, gets the first one. Secondary players coming in from left, right, and center.
Yeah, there's little chance for him to do much at that point. And so last round does go to Luminosity, but still, like we saw on the last map, they have a long road to travel to get back into this, but they'll have to take it and make it work if they want to stay alive in this tournament. This is indeed an elimination map, and so far Fragsters look firmly in control of it.
Very few mistakes right now on Fragsters' side.
Yep.
And both in decision-making, strategy, counters, everything. They look on point. And that's a thing that we mentioned when we watched Inferno. Like, they didn't look like the normal Fragsters. They didn't look like themselves. They weren't on point. They weren't perfect. On Mirage, they were perfect. So far on Dust 2, they've been very close to perfect. Let's see if they can carry that into that second half of this third map. This is elimination time for the team that loses out on Dust 2. Either we're going to send the Danes back home over the Atlantic, or Luminosity. Well, they're not going to go so far. They still have Team House in NA, right?
I believe so.
So it's not all the way to Brazil. Don't worry. Here we go, second half coming in. Pissed around T side for Luminosity. What's the plan? On Mirage, they did 2 flashbangs and a Molotov. This time around, it's going to be 2 smokes and 4 flashbangs. So a more standard setup on that T side, but a lot of focus on utility. Let's head towards B for now. Steel is the one watching middle. He has the secondary set of utility. Let's see what the plan is. Slowly but surely edging their way down towards lower. Dragonfly and Torben both there. No utility for them. Perfect 1 bullet, secondary 1 bullet. Torben.
He wants to get this one over with, it feels like. Those are a couple of nice kills to get them in that direction as well. Some utility is finally pushing him off his post, but Dragonfly still right up close on the door. Steel has crept his way up catwalk with the Glock. Down has actually pushed through long A and caught a couple of players out in the middle. Does get cleared out, though, by PKL, so some space is starting to be created for Luminosity, and that bomb can certainly make its way into the A bomb site and plant, but it's still a man advantage here for Fragsters, and they're already starting to get in position for the retake. No kit, though, so they have to work quickly.
Dragonfly, USP again. Will be taken out by Showtime. Still here sitting behind Car. High flash coming in. And they're saving all this utility for the post-plant situation, which is interesting choice. Stock on short right now. Showtime picking up yet another one. That's a double from in this round, and the Glock is just chiming through, wrecking Fragsters.
Yeah, Steel doing a lot of damage as well from the car. That's one of the new additions to this map that is different, is that the car is a lot different over in the kind of that cubby area at long A, more towards the side itself that Steel is playing behind. So much cover from behind that car. So definitely factors in a lot more than it used to. That used to be kind of like a spot no one really played or did much with.
Apart from Kerrigan.
Except for like memeing people and like hiding behind the fire in the car.
That was, I remember when Kerrigan did that for the first time. That was an interesting.
But now it's like way more useful. So one thing to think about. But Luminosity attacking the opposite side of the map, what we're discussing. An equal exchange though so far. This is actually getting scary. Finally, Yell gets a little bit of a grasp on things, but he's also still low on HP, and Stown is not wasting any time running his way in, but backs right out as he couldn't get through the way he wanted. All 3 terrorists are here. One's low on HP, but still. In fact, 2 of them are quite low on HP.
It's PKL challenging while his teammates planning with low HP on the bottom of the spawn site. Stown, he's just looking. He's just trying to find any entry into that's his 3rd smoke post-plant almost. After they've taken the side, they've thrown down 3 smokes towards this location.
Yeah, you could definitely tell that Stown was hoping someone was going to give him a chance to find something, but not going to happen.
Might actually get a chance against PKL here. Does take him down. Secondary play is very low on HP. Another UMP is picked up. Another frag could be found by Stown, and yes, he will. 3rd play also coming in. Neck is 32 HP. A lot of economical damage being done here by Stown. 3 kills from him. Does bring the UMP into the next round. Does bring the armor as well. And the next round is a no investment round for Fragsters, so not a bad shout. Might even drop a C-set or a Desert Eagle to one of his teammates here. So, Mac 10 on Yelp. 3 AKs on Luminosity, taking control towards long.
Yep.
Let's see this play here.
One flashbang. Oh, there comes the flash. They're all lined up on the wall. They're going to sprawl out and try to find something, but Showtime's the one that's going to line them up and knock them down in the end. Very quickly, Luminosity grasps this round, and they have cut the lead Fragsters had in half. But still far off.
Won the pistol, won the next 2, but this is where it gets interesting, Dust. This is where the buy round comes in. Dragonfly has purchased himself an AWP, but no armor, so glass cannon for him. Only 1 smoke. Only a kid on Stown. Still sticking with the UMP-45, but looking nice. Everyone has a Molotov on that T side. And the same pace that Fragsters applied on their T side, Luminosity is trying to replicate, but Dragonfly shuts it down before it begins towards short. Steel now tries to get out to mid, but doesn't find anything, and he's trying to look for that Frag to bring them back to a 4-4, but it doesn't happen. After that initial aggressive up push from Dragonfly, everyone from Fragsters just rotated back, playing defensive positions. They know they have an advantage.
That's one of the good things. Even though they're a young team, they're very disciplined. They rarely overextend and try to, look for the bonus. They just kind of take what they get and roll with it. Sound, though, looking to take a late peek at long A, probably more for information than anything else, but unfortunately for him, Yell is waiting with the AWP, not allowing him to fall back, and so the odds have been equalized as far as numbers go. Luminosity holding control of the pit here at long A. Again, usually a slower paced team, so you'll probably see them take their time and not look to do anything crazy, but in the meantime, Bubsky has pushed through tunnels, again, try to get that information, try to allow for a better rotation. They kind of have to do that sort of thing in a 4-on-4 situation, and it's going to work out great for them because Bubsky will be able to flank up Catwalk, and they'll have 3 players towards the A bomb site for the execute.
Torben and Refresh against the Horde of Luminosity. 1-for-1 trade. Torben is there as well. He's going to hold strong and take down Showtime and PKO. Bubsky coming in from behind, and it's just all gone down. It's
all about Bubsky, taking the initiative, pushing through B tunnels, coming lower, clearing out, allowing his teammates to rotate off of B and mid. I made it one word.
Nice.
Efficiency. And getting into the site to defend. So, well done. That is now 13. Luminosity will buy all that they can here, but here's the problem. If Luminosity loses this round, they're basically in a forced buy to survive scenario because you don't want to give Fragsters map point for free, or series point in this case. So they're going to have to just keep force buying if this round doesn't work. And so they really need this one to happen for them.
That's a good start, though.
Yeah, indeed. Even though they got kind of a bad smoke towards CT spawn, they still get the opening kill. And now we'll look to take control of the catwalk and just kind of establish some map control.
Dragonfly is in a hard situation right now. He has to either decide on holding short or holding mid. Or helping his teammate hold mid. And rotating back and forth, finally choosing that A-bomb side.
Yeah, again, once you have control of the stairwells like this that Steel has, you really can do all kinds of different things. You can split A, you can actually put a smoke on CT spawn and drop down and attack A that way. You can also fall back and do mid to B splits. And the point is, it's really hard for Fragsters to know how they should be rotating because you can hit either site once you have this control of middle like Luminosity has. So hard to play for information. You have to kind of push long A or push B tunnels to really know anything, and that's obviously very risky. And it looks like Fragsters are continuing to kind of split the 2 each site. Just kind of wait it out as Luminosity does take up middle, so mid-B split's definitely what they're looking for.
See how they're going to hold this. Bubsky. Refresh at the back of the side. 2 quick ones for the CTs, and they're just running into the blender right now. Nekis and Yell still remain, though. Brazilian powerhouses.
Well done from Fragsters, by the way. Playing inside the B site, it can always be scary dealing with the mid-B split when both players are just inside the site. You're kind of playing a crossfire, one spotting tunnels, one watching the door. Still really hard to make that work, though. Dragonfly was even able to pitch in, rotating through spawn with the AWP. So now, yeah, it's force buy to survive.
C-sets and 1 AK dust.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see.
Looking good.
No. It looks like, unfortunately for Luminosity, they will be facing yet another group stage exit. And that's really been an unfortunate iconic duo.
Yeah, that is true.
I mean, I don't wish that upon anyone. Like, I really hope they figure it out
eventually. Especially not Steel.
I mean, all these players are cool guys, so... Yeah. And again, you've seen at times them show you something, especially in online league play.
It's not counting them out just yet. Double C-set entry. Triple C-set entry as Steel picks up down. Bubsky and Refresh still remaining, and the C-sets are just, I mean, through this round. This gun, dust. Can you please remove it from the game?
It's only been broken for 4 years. Don't worry, Niels. Don't worry. 4 years. People will forget it's been that long because there was a period where like the Tech 9 was more broken.
Yeah.
And so the CZ got like put to the side, but once the Tech 9 got nerfed, back to CZ City.
We've had OP pistols.
There's always been an OP pistol in this game, it feels like, ever since the CZ got first introduced for $300. That was some time back though, but
That's PTSD right there. JW's thinking back to those times with wonder in his eyes.
Automatic pistol, no problem. Good idea.
All right, back to the game.
Yep.
3 scouts.
Let's get out of that.
That's like a black
hole.
My
soapbox.
Black hole sucking your energy.
Yeah.
The C said.
I mean, to be honest, if they just fixed that, I think the game would be in a great place. Or at least just balance pistols, and I'd be happy.
Let's see here. Dragonfly. Can he balance the scout?
Yeah, this is an interesting triple scout buy. This feels a little reckless to me.
This is the force buy as well. Like, it's only Dragonfly who has $1,000 extra, but that's for an eventual op later on.
It's one of those things where it's like you're so far ahead, I'm not sure why you would do this. Was any of these scouts saved or something? I don't think so.
I think this is the buy.
That's a bit of a BitConnect buy, in my opinion.
Good old BitConnect buy.
What's up? If they make it work, that'd be great. They have done some chip damage already to Yellowneckers, so...
Yeah, it's possible. There's the C-set on
When you think of it this way, the
Deagle
Scout is like the assist master weapon. Like, if you get a tag and there's a Deagle or a CZ to mop it up, I mean, it's a good combination, actually.
Or a secondary Scout.
Yep.
Torben long range with the Desert Eagle. It's going to be a hard one to win.
Oh.
He still tries to go for it. Another teammate rotates in. That's going to be Stound with one. Maybe boost over the smoke. Torben goes out, runs straight into it. Refresh goes down as well. The 3 Scouts remain. In this situation, I would probably go for the save because they're going to have an eco next round anyway.
I never thought I would utter the sentence, Fragsters will be saving 3 Scouts.
There's a time and a place for everything, Dustin.
They do get an AK, though, so...
It's not that bad.
No. Double Scout and AK in the next round actually means you could pose a pretty legitimate threat.
And Bubsky has, like, full armor. Stound has body armor as well. Like,
so
it's not a bad situation.
No, not at all. I mean, obviously, they can't really build anything around those 3 guns. They don't have the money to really add anything to that. But still, just that in itself is...
They can stack a site.
It's definitely nothing to, like, kind of turn your nose to if you're Luminosity. You have to kind of respect it.
I agree.
Again, they're a team that always kind of plays really patient and cautious, though, anyway. So I don't think it's going to really affect their game plan too much.
Once more, we do see the frag distribution on Fragsters. We talked about this plenty of times. 5 frags between top and bottom frag.
Yep.
12 to
There's
17.
so many games I've seen that happen, too. Like, at Best at Masters, it was almost every game like that. Like, every now and then, Torben would be a little bit further behind the other 4, but that's, like, one of the big strengths this team has. They're not top-heavy. They don't need to rely on one person. Yeah, sure, Stound's probably their star player, but really well-balanced team. And Dragonfly, the double peek, the high-low. He's going to be able to get Yell in the head.
Dude, this is going to give them a lot of space towards long because they're so focused onto middle. Torben has to rotate away, calls a rotation.
Oh, there's a gap in the smoke, though, so PKL is going to get tagged by a Scout on his way in.
Bomb hasn't been
Did
planted.
the bomb get dropped in the gap in the smoke? Oh, that could be another tag opportunity here. Does get the bomb, though, doesn't get tagged, but still, another player goes down.
Yeah, he's on long right now.
Oh, no, Stound gets another kill on the PKL as well. This is crumbling.
Nekis is so far away. He's getting frags here, but if they take the bomb side, there's no way he can make it. And he doesn't. He goes down, and the no-kit defuse comes in. Scouts, man. And an AK.
That gap in the smoke, man.
Yeah, you can't do that at a pro-level game.
I mean, just got a free tag through it. Bubsky's obviously, because the smoke's there, the bomb's down in the gap in the smoke, so you can see Luminosity are kind of hesitant because they know they need to get the bomb. They don't want to take damage doing so, and I feel like that added pressure is what allows Bubsky's flank through long A to be way more effective.
Off-screen, Bubsky just got the AWP as well from T-Spawn. So that's like an AK and an AWP brought into the round as well as the round win. So that's looking rough for Luminosity. 15 to 8.
Yep, this could be it.
In favor of Fragsters. Double up T side setup. Bubsky just missed the mid smoke. Interesting.
Yeah, they still get across though without taking any damage, which is actually a pretty tall task on Dust 2. It's one of the things I don't like about the map. It's like the only map where like free damage is almost guaranteed to terrorists.
Yeah. Or you have to spend money as a CT side to just cross it.
To just cross, yeah. Never like that.
It's like the river sticks. You have to pay the boatman to cross it. Showtime. Trying to find an opening. He's going for that pre-fire position. The refresh is there. Good choice by the Brazilian secondary player. Rushes in. Bubsky through the smoke will be picked apart as well.
Yeah, the flash just didn't quite work for him. He was trying to peek with. Dragonfly is good for one,
Might have
but
a chance.
Nekis does get the trade, so it's still the advantage for Luminosity in this particular round. We'll see if Stound and Torben can do something about it, though. Stound has a lot to be responsible for, and he's in a very awkward position to deal with it all. And again, Luminosity just playing this very patiently, waiting for someone on the CT side to make a move. This is where you just gather up and hit something together, but again, Luminosity is just one of those teams, man, that will really just kind of take it slow.
Time.
Yeah.
And to be honest, in this situation, they have so much time. They know if they all just group up and hit a 3-1, 1 long, 3 short, they're just going to win that every single time.
You would think so.
They should at least. No way.
Torben gets one. Turns to long, gets that one as well. We're all even now, 2-on-2. He does have an incendiary as well to put down on the site. That could stop the bomb plant for a little bit longer, giving Stout a little bit more time to get to position. And he gets the headshot of the showtime, but Yell, he's there to save the day, at least for now for Luminosity, but that did get nail-bitingly close.
That was too close to comfort. They should have had that way more secure. Oof. First timeout on Dust 2 coming out for Fragsters after 25 rounds.
Yeah, Showtime, a lot of credit must go to him. He was like their big factor player on Inferno to steal that map away. And he comes up big in that round to keep them alive in this tournament. They're still far behind, though. Need 6 more in a row to force the overtime. And there's still money available to Fragsters coming into the next round. However, if Luminosity can reach 10, Fragsters' bank would be busted. Yep. And they could probably get like a free 11th round. And then all of a sudden, we got a game on our hands where it could be a tight race. But the problem is just like, I feel like Luminosity just has struggled to win enough rounds in a row to inspire confidence they could run the board, you know, 6 more rounds.
Great 3 flash timing. One player will reach blue. PKL half flash. Get that frag onto Stout. Well, the AWP was taken out of the equation by the flashbang, but the AK player who rushed in 1-for-1 trade in mid as well.
Yep, so Luminosity keep a man ahead. Dragonfly trying to see if he can't change that with AWP out in the middle, and he does take out Steel. Now we have a Danish player pushing his way into B tunnels. Unfortunately for him, Showtime was waiting for that. But the bomb's actually still down out in the middle here from Dragonfly. But Yell, he's actually able to win this straight-up duel despite the fact Dragonfly had the angle. And now all of a sudden Luminosity look destined for 10 rounds. And like I said, very likely 11 before Fragsters can buy up anything.
See, will be taken out in the end, and I think you're right. It's going to be a full eco for the Danes. 2.3 on the richest. It's definitely going to be nothing more than pistols. As Luminosity look to bolster their bank. They have 2 players lying down to bare bones almost. $50 on the account for Showtime, $450 for Steel. So nice to get a little extra money in PKL going for the full farm.
Yeah, so again, not a whole lot to be expected from Fragsters in this situation. Just kind of pushing middle together with 4 players up catwalk and up mid doors. There are 2 terrorists already in B, having cleared it, but the bomb's actually still in T spawn, but it won't matter. PKL at the Mac 10 comes back through long A to catch this flank. Gets 4, could even get a 5th, and that would give so much more money to Luminosity. All these SMG kills are worth more.
Extra money in the bank. That's what you want. That's exactly what PKL is going to get. Last player sitting tucked in at position we in Denmark called Gandalf. Not actually sure what you call it in the US.
I'm not sure either. I've heard so many different names for that.
Yeah. Because usually it's a place that you shall not
Isn't it like baskets of rice? That
yeah,
I think I've heard it called like baskets or something like that, where like if you hide crouch right behind it, obviously you can go up on top of the boxes behind the rice basket.
We have some interesting callouts in Denmark that make no sense to the rest of the world. All right.
I just remember there being all kinds of vulgar names and source for different spot names.
Yes, yes.
So many.
Those were the days. Secondary timeout for Fragsters, and they're going to go for the buy, the full M4 buy. The last time they did this, that was in the other map. They lost the round, right? But that was because they didn't have a kit. This time around, they learned from their mistake. Refresh will only get flash and smoke, but we'll get a kit.
Refresh is tagged here already. That is the player holding the kit. So Luminosity, not a bad way to kick off this round. Again, they have to keep winning every single round they can afford. No more mistakes, or their tournament life will come to an end. So we see Fragsters posturing up pretty forward on long A.
Yeah,
trying to get a player up on the door, I guess, and then maybe fall the other one back since they're Torben and Dragonfly. Yeah. A little bit of a bait and switch here. Torben might take first action, fall down, and then Dragonfly can collect.
That's a heavy stack towards
it.
Like fake, 2 players that deep in.
Yeah, it's a fake though, actually, and they might hit on this hard. There comes the kill from Torben, but again, the bomb's coming
They hear
into
nothing
B.
more.
The problem is since they're not getting kills, the B players don't have to rotate, so this fake doesn't really do anything.
Back on the side though, only 1 for 1, and since Bubsky didn't trade either, this one is going to be hard, but good flash though. It's down in position, the smoke goes down. How is he going to play this?
Yeah, even though the fake didn't work, they still traded really well, so they still get a 3-on-3, and the bomb will likely be planted here in the next few moments.
They don't have the kit with them.
Oh, Dragonfly also going to catch one off guard. It was Yell looking towards lower. Dragonfly comes in through T side and grabs the kill. So now they have the man advantage coming into this retake, and Nekus is very low on HP, and the bomb still hasn't been planted, and they're trapped. They can't get away. They eventually have to plant this bomb. Time is running so low. Fragsters are in a good position to end Luminosity's tournament here and now, as Nekus does go ahead and punch in the digits. The bomb does get planted. Steel, though, holds off the door, but only for just a moment, and it's all on Nekus with low HP. He gets one. He escapes through the doors, and it's against Dragonfly. Both low on health. Dragonfly edging his way in with the AWP. Just trying to get up close. Nekus playing behind the smoke, runs through, trying to get Dragonfly, who taps the bomb. Dragonfly, though, gets off it right away. You're right, he doesn't have a kit, so he needs to get this kill quickly, but Nekus is not giving it to him. He's playing patient, and Nekus does indeed find the round and keeps Luminosity in the hunt.
This time around, it wasn't the kit that decided the round, but it could have played out as a deciding factor if this one has gone differently. They had the kit, but it wasn't long, so no one could pick it up. They're stuck on B, and in the end, it's a hard one to play without that kit. It takes 10 seconds to defuse the round, so you have to go for the duel. Another pistol round coming in for Fragsters. Luminosity with a chance to bring this game to OT.
Yeah. I thought Fragsters had that one,
yes.
Man. Like, when they had the 3-on-2 and Nekus is low on HP, Luminosity's forced to plant, I thought that was it.
They missed the timing with a couple of seconds as well. It looked
I thought they were going to push all together whenever the bomb
it looked strange, all uncoordinated compared to how Fragsters usually look in that retake.
I feel like they're probably kicking themselves for not winning it there, and then luckily they'll still have at least one more big buying opportunity to still win in regulation, but we'll see. Nekus already finding the opening in this round, and he'll find another. Continuing to go with the momentum from the last round. That's 3 for him on this one, so he's been stepping up the last couple of rounds.
It's down. We'll take one down, but with 7 HP to spare, it's going to be hard for him to be a difference maker. Fresh. Not going to do anything either. It's down here. Can bring this AK into the next round, but will he be allowed? The money right now on the T side will allow one of them to go hunt.
Now, max loss bonus is coming in this next round, I do believe, for the CT side, so they will be able to get whatever they want, basically.
Yeah, they can get an AWP, yeah.
They could even go double AWP if they wanted to.
And they have just taken a pause to make absolutely sure that everyone's on the same page. The buy is going to be perfect for whatever.
I'll tell you what, though, if this game winds up going to overtime or they somehow wind up losing in overtime, I think you'll have to go back to that 3-on-2 retake on B and really scratch your head. Hopefully it won't come to that if you're a fan of the Fragsters.
This is an interesting choice here. Luminosity, 2 of the players have bought off screen right now for you guys. You'll see it in a second. 2 auto snipers.
I will say this, Fragsters probably don't expect that because they know that Luminosity has to kind of keep their money right because they have to keep... But here's the other thing, like if Fragsters win, it's over. Yep. So you kind of can afford to spend a little bit more money.
It's a fair choice. It's
and there's still 3 players with money, so I get it.
You're going to get what you wish. Dustin,
they do get damage on Bubsky, that's it.
You wished for auto snipers and you're going to get it.
I do.
Bubsky down to 25 HP.
Oh, they're getting stuffed by utility. They were trying to go for a quick B play, but they've been pushed back.
Doesn't work out in the end. Now Steel in lower tunnels.
No. Oh, the boosts. This used to be huge on Dust 2 in the past. The only problem is you could spam it, so there were ways, or you could molly it and force the player off. So there are ways to deal with that spot, but no one's used it yet this entire game. So now the thought becomes, is anybody going to expect that? Yeah. Is anybody going to put effort towards clearing it? I mean, and on a mid to B split, that spot is so dangerous because they just look over the smoke, so it's not like you can even block them. So, but if it winds up being an A hit, it probably won't really factor in. Let's
see if they can take control of long. There's 2 players posted aggressively on that CT side, 1 on the bomb side itself.
But here's the other thing. Even if they do go A and divert away from that, basically, he's still a quick 4th man to A from that spot. Nice and now Dragonfly is the opening kill as well.
Exactly. And they have the secondary player as well, rotating in. 1 drops into CT, Refresh shuts him down. This could be the beginning of the end. Bubsky 25 HP. but things still left to do, and looks like it. PKL, last man standing. Luminosity just tried so hard, got so far.
It looked so disjointed this round, though. Like, it just looked really odd. Like, they just didn't seem to be on the same page, and that's an unfortunate timing to have something like that happen. This is probably it.
There we go. It's going to be Fragsters to take it. 2-1. Lost on Inferno, took it back on Mirage, and then sealed the deal on Dust 2. The Danes survive another day. And sadly, it's goodbye to the Brazilians for now.
Yeah.
Luminosity, commiserations to them, congratulations to the Danes.
Yeah, after a tough day one where Fragsters got surprised, they still managed to keep themselves in the race for a playoff spot. And for Luminosity, unfortunately for the core of this team, it's just another LAN that they go out in groups, still have yet to ever make playoffs. And that's just hopefully a storyline that'll break at some point. Great bunch of people, so I hope they figure it out, but unfortunately it's not today.
Fingers are crossed. Fingers also crossed for Fragsters to have great remaining tournament. Of course, GG's handshakes being exchanged by the players. All sportsmanship. It's nice to see. Yeah, looking forward to see what the eventual Fragsters players who's going to be interviewed, what they have to say about it. Is this going to be one of their first times that they've gone to an international LAN or a LAN that's outside of Europe and getting a victory, best of 3 victory of that?
Yeah, and those last 2 maps were pretty dominant as well.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, Luminosity made a pretty good comeback on Dust 2, but like you never felt like they were really going to win, because even though they were getting rounds, it was always like Fragsters getting the round they needed to kind of keep ahead, and then they get map point. They were on map point for, you know, a good amount of time. So maybe if we could have seen an OT, it would have been nice, but this wasn't today. But that's enough from us. We'll hand it over to the lovely gentleman on the desk to break things down.
Thank you very much, Dust. An interesting series, to say the least. And you did it.
I finally got
You got one. You got a win. There's one in the other column finally as James finally breaks the streak. So that's 1 in 6 in your predictions.
Okay.
And we dove in deep going with him.
We were also correct on this one, aside from flipping the first 2 maps, in the sense that Luminosity needed to win the game in 2. And then on the 3rd map, even though Luminosity brought it back towards the end with that nice comeback from 15 to 8, really Fragsters just looked better, I think, once they got into that game. From Mirage onwards.
Well, they got strong starts on both of the final 2 maps, and Luminosity made comebacks in those last 2 maps, but it was the lead was too severe for them to make that comeback. I mean, they did a good job staying mentally in the game, it looked like, and trying to claw back and not giving up, because they could have easily just gotten like 16-5 on both these maps. There was just such a huge lead.
Yeah, it was 13-2 on Inferno, and then 12-3 on Dust 2 as well. Obviously, the latter one went way deep to the 29th round. You can see some highlights from the game as well. Showtime had a huge first game, 27-16 on Inferno with 97 ADR. But for the most part,
but this guy though,
this was an insane play.
This is the guy who was the best player in the series. Don't think it's particularly close.
Yeah, and on Inferno in particular, I felt like the real weakness of Fragsters on that specific map was I think they were relying on Stavin too much. Almost every round they won on their T side, it was because he got entries. It wasn't because someone else was opening up the map and they were doing some kind of team play. It felt like he was just running in and getting kills.
And there we see Stavin, 64 and 60, best player. A lot of deaths. Like we said, he's very aggressive as a player. He goes for a lot of peaks, so he's not going to be rocking the highest kill to death ratio, but he's probably always going to be topping in kills. Dragonfly, his brother, up close there, also had a very strong series. No one really played poorly on the Fragsters side. Same can be said for Luminosity. It's fairly even effort across the board.
Yeah, and it's good to see Dragonfly pick up his game. Yesterday he was definitely mediocre. He came up huge on Mirage for them. I mean, almost had 120 DAR, I believe. Super huge performance from him. But Yell and Luminosity in this roster, I think they're really going to have to start evaluating whether or not they should stick with this, because something
really
is not
tough
working.
period. It's a really tough period, and like you said, I mean, you gotta face up, think really hard whether there's a U-turn coming up in performance in the future, because otherwise you might have to think about making a move.
Yeah, you can't just bomb out in groups at every tournament you go to. Unfortunately, that just doesn't work.
Also robbed us of the Steel interview, which I think is a great show.
I mean, we do have Refresh with an interview, and as a man who is follically challenged myself, I gotta give respect to that dude. That's an impressive flat top. But congratulations on the victory. How are you guys feeling? You know, you came into that second map and you just dominated Luminosity with a 13-2 half.
Yeah, I mean, on the Inferno map, we didn't feel so comfortable, but we took a talk and we reset for Rush, and we have decided to play more fast-paced and just take duels because we thought we had better aimers. So we played more aggressively and didn't care so much.
Is everybody on the team already feeling comfortable playing in this environment? I realize it's only the second international tournament for most of you, the first one outside of Europe, so could be some jitters involved, I guess.
I mean, we are beginning to feel more comfortable. We like Battle 3s because we have a nice map pool. And in Battle 3s, it shows more who's the better team, and less on who wins both pistols and luck around here and there. So we definitely like to play best of threes, and we feel much more comfortable.
Coming into this best of 3 series, I did not expect y'all to let Mirage go through the pick ban. Did y'all prepare specifically for that map, knowing it's Luminosity's best map?
No, we didn't prepare. Overpass is our perm ban, so we can't play that map. So we had to ban it. And for us, Mirage is a decent map for us. Our T side is really good, but our CT side is a bit different sometimes.
Well, you said Overpass is your permaban map, but I believe in the last 3 months I saw stats of you playing on Overpass, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and the stats is not so good.
Okay, so it's not a permaban, you're just not good at it.
Yeah, well, it might now be a permaban after failed experiments.
Yeah.
That's called adjusting, James, something the Americans have sometimes struggled.
Stop it. So the team is comfortable in this LAN experience. Is there any more LANs coming up for you guys after this one?
Yeah, we qualified for DreamHack Valencia. It's about a month till we get to play there. So we're looking forward, and we're taking this event as experience and get used to the environment. And let's see the best result we can get.
All right, thanks. Good luck in the next game later today.
Thanks.
Now, we do have another series coming up in just a little bit, and it's a grudge match. An opportunity for revenge. This is the game we've actually been looking forward to the most. It's going to be Optic and Complexity after everything that went down with Stan and Shazam on that Optic roster, but we are going to have to wait. We'll throw things to a break, and when we come back, it will be a best of 3 between those two teams here on stage at DreamHack Austin 2018. Stay tuned.